Hey guys, Explanation Pros here. Today, I'll explain a horror sci-fi film titled As the Gods Will. Incoming spoilers. The movie begins with a narration from students. They express their concern to God about the essence of life. Inside the classroom, the Daruma doll plays with the students. The Daruma doll will turn around after he sings, and if he sees someone moving, they will be dead. The students are all worrying. They are scared because many students are dying because of failing to follow the rules. A guy approaches everyone to read the message at the back of the doll. It says the game will be over if they press the button. A male student tried to press it, but he got caught. Another student tries to escape, but it just so happens that the doors cannot be opened, and the Daruma doll turns and sees them, so he kills them. At this point, there are only 2 students who survived in the classroom. The boy tells Takahata to use his back to jump over the dead bodies to press the button easily. So he did, but unfortunately, only Takahata lives because he's the one who pressed the button. As soon as the game is over, Takahata realizes what he used to do before this event happened. After his realization, he prays to God to bring back his boredom again, but he gets interrupted when Akimoto opens the door. Takahata runs going to her and asks if she knows what's happening. However, Akimoto doesn't know about the event, so they decided to call the cops for help, but the Daruma doll speaks that the cat is coming. They try to escape by opening the doors, but it doesn't open. They also try to break the glasses, but the glasses cannot be broken. Akimoto and Takahata sprint, and luckily opens a door. To their surprise, they see some students who survived from the Daruma doll. At this point, their president tells them to wear the mice costume. But suddenly, the cat appears and begins to devour them by expanding its neck. Takahata finds out that the only way to finish the game is by shooting the bell. So he immediately calls his schoolmate, who is good at basketball, to shoot the ball. He attempts, but the cat manages to catch it and later on throws it back to the guy. Takahata seems to be good at analyzing games. He figures out that the cat only eats the students who wear the mice costume. Takahata tells it to everyone and they quickly remove it. However, when the cat can't see some mice, he immediately devours humans. Out of Takahata's intelligence, he dresses up in the costume and begins to get the cat's attention. At this point, the cat expresses that she wants to be scratched, but only Takahata can manage to hear it as he's the only one wearing a mice costume. He quickly goes to the back of the cat to scratch it. Akimoto sensed that the cat was enjoying it, so she scratched the cat's back too, and everyone followed. The cat is now sleeping. She enjoyed the scratches. However, she wakes up because of the noises coming from the students. Thus, she quickly scratches them and begins to kill the students again. Takahata invites Akimoto to inform her of his intentions. They conceal the bell by covering the ball. The cat quickly works her eyes from left to right and notices the ball is in Takahata's hands. But she doesn't know that they tricked him. They cover the bell for them to shoot the ball successfully. However, the ball bounces on the ring, but Amaya enters the scene and gets the ball to shoot it on the ring. The game is now over, and the cat tells the winner, Akimoto, Takahata, and Amaya only. After announcing the winners, Amaya kills the others using a sword, and Amaya tells Takahata that they are the chosen ones by God. In this scene, there is a news report about a terrorist attack inside the schools. It says that there are 1 million students who are affected by the terrorist. The rescuers try to rescue them, but they cannot. A broadcaster interviews a professor about his insights, and he tells this event is beyond human comprehension and an act of an alien, not a person. Takahata wakes up from his dreams. He sees a gorgeous lady named Takase and some students named Taira and Taoka. He is now disappointed to know that he is going to play again. He tries to open the door to escape, but the doors cannot be opened, just like in the first scene. Taoka delivers to him that they have no way out by showing the news via gadget. While they are talking, someone knocks on the door. They enter the door and begin introducing themselves. They invite them to play a game, but this time is different. The player will be blindfolded and the player must guess who is the person at its back. Out of his confidence, Taoka played the game first and then followed by Taira. However, they both failed to give the correct answer. Afterwards, Takahata presents himself to play before Takase. At this point, he won the game as he tricked them because he played the recording file he had for him to hear who would speak beside him. Luckily, his guess worked. And eventually, the doll turned into keys. According to the rule, once they have the key, the game will automatically be over. The game is now over, so they head out to go outside. A man is screaming and asking to hold his hand. As soon as Takahata has his hand, the evil stops chasing him and says he is jealous as their friendship is strong. The guy says that evil attacks a person who doesn't hold hands with someone. Afterwards, Takahata sees the pendant of Takase. He remembers that thing on her charm as a souvenir as they met before on the rooftop throwing some glasses on the wall to release their emotions. But after that, they hear a girl screaming. They run to find it, and to their surprise, it's Akimoto. Out of Takahata's feelings for her, he quickly jumps to reach the hand of Akimoto to save her. They succeed, and the evil runs away from them. Shortly after, a wall erodes, and another giant doll appears and shows 7 key passages. The group of Takahata manages to locate the sound but finds out that they need more than 3 keys to end the game. Then Amaya enters the picture bringing the missing keys, but only 7 people could unlock it, so Amaya killed his companion. They were able to end the game by putting on the keys. Afterwards, the giant doll announces the winners, and luckily all of them are qualified to join the next round. The walls erode and the doll leaves them. Not long after, a voice instructs them to come inside, but they have to first wear the clothes provided at their back. In their next game, a white polar bear enters the picture. He introduces himself and tells them that he hates lies and black. He also instructs them about the mechanics of the game. They only have to tell the truth. The game begins when he asks everyone about their favorite food. Everyone shares their favorite food, but the white polar bear detects that someone is lying. At first, everyone defends their side, but only to find out that the guy answered parsley is the one who committed the lie. So the polar bear quickly smashed him. On the second question, the white polar bear asks if they are fond of Takahata. Someone says yes, and someone answers no, but the white polar bear still detects a lie. He also says that someone is disguising themselves as a real person. An imposter is still with them since the beginning of the game. Most of them believe that it is Takase, but eventually Takase confesses her feelings to Takahata. While she is confessing, the white polar bear is about to punch her, but Takase pushes Akimoto to save her. Takase is diminished first by the white polar bear. But on the other hand, Takahata notices the blood of Takase. He expresses that the real liar is the white polar bear. Takahata justifies his thought, and the white polar bear bursts into anger, and eventually his white collar fades and reveals his real color. It turns out that his real color is black. Since the real lies are caught, the game officially ends. In the next game, they are taken into a temple. The door opens, and the 3 nesting dolls introduce themselves as fitness, intelligence, and imagination. They inform them that this is the final game. They have to get the can at the top and place the can on its designated spot in this game. The players who will not get the can must hide in the temple, and the ones who will get the can must manage to find them and mention their name while stepping on the can. Once the getter gets everyone before the sunset, they will win. The game begins when one nesting doll lets them pick a stick, and the person who will get the stick with a red on its top will get the can. Amaya receives it, and as soon as the other sees it, they sprint to hide inside the temple. The players group themselves into 2. Oku and Kotaro hide afar. They think they are safe in their spot because they believe it's far from the can spot. But Amaya manages to see them and eventually imprison them. Takahata and Akimoto sees from their windows that Oku and Kotaro are imprisoned. But unfortunately, Amaya manages to see Akimoto's location. Thus, Takahata gets a rope and ties it somewhere so they can escape using the windows. However, Amaya manages to get there fastly. Akimoto tries to lock the door, but she fails. At this point, Akimoto is imprisoned. Amaya is eagerly searching for Takahata. He gets tired, so he yells by saying that there is no sense in finding him as he succeeds in seeing 3 people. Akimoto, Oku, and Kotaro are now terrified and think about what Takahata's plans would be now. After Amaya screams, Akimoto thinks that Takahata will sacrifice himself to save them. So she yells, saying she hates him a lot. She expresses how terrible of a person he is. She did it on purpose so Takahata would hide. Takahata hears everything, but he thinks that Akimoto is lying. She remembers what she told Amaya about him. He finds in his location a medieval armor suit. He shows himself wearing that suit and calls the attention of Amaya. He tells Amaya that it will be impossible for him to get caught if his face is covered. But Amaya finds it illogical, so he runs to him and rips off the mask of Takahata. Little did he know, Takahata did it to bait him. When Amaya is about to step on the can, he figures out that something heavy is holding him. He sees a chain that surrounds his waist that is connected to Takahata. Amaya gets pissed, so he quickly chases him. But Takahata jumps off the sea. Amaya is now pulling Takahata back, but figures out that Takahata manages to remove the armor. Takahata is about to kick the can, but he moves slowly because of his situation. He expresses his thoughts that God deserved to be in hell if God allows this event to happen. After saying this, Amaya manages to run, but Takahata gets to kick the can first. They try to guard themselves as they believe it will explode. Shortly after, the nesting doll congratulates Takahata, Akimoto, Oku, and Kotaro for winning the game. Amaya worries because he thought he would die, but the nesting doll laughs and tells him that no one said he will die. The game is officially over. It ended with a firework signifying their success. At this point, the nesting doll has ice cream to celebrate their success. Takahata and Akimoto are enjoying eating their sweet ice cream. Takahata begins to invite her to watch movies and eat as soon as they leave the cube. However, Akimoto figures out something on her stick and quickly tells him that she cannot go with him anymore. After she figured it out, the nesting dolls announce that they must pass another quest to survive the game, which was later revealed by the smallest resting doll named Luck. After this, Oku, Kotaro, and Akimoto had picked the unlucky sticks and were eventually killed by the nesting dolls. Shortly after, Amaya and Takahata finally emerge from the cube. Everyone is cheering for Takahata and Amaya. They are yelling that they are God's children. The movie ends when Takahata expresses that God doesn't exist, and the nesting doll disagrees and introduces a beggar, which the doll believes is God. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.